Oh yeah, game number 2. This is GG Your Face, and I'm going to be talking about game number 2 between IdrA and Taylor. Taylor, also known as Noni, is playing as the blue Protoss player at the 9 o'clock position, and IdrA will be playing as the green Zerg at the 3 o'clock position. The map is Metapolois, and this is a really good position for the fast expanding Zerg strategy that IdrA does like to use, and he will be scouting to the 12 o'clock position with his Overlord. And I do apologize for my long overextended period of time that I have not been uploading videos. There has not been that many great and awesome games that I've watched, so I didn't upload that many. So if you guys have suggestions, videos, or replays you want me to talk about, or just some funny, funky business, send me an email or send me a PM on YouTube and I will do it for you. A pylon is getting warped in at the top of the ramp of Tyler, and we will see if he's going to choose the forge or the gateway to start off his build. And that probe is very indecisive, as a gateway is going down for Noni or Tyler at the 9 o'clock position, and we'll see IdrA is on 13. He likes to get that 14 or 15 before he makes his hatch or spawning pool. It really depends on the position of his opponent, and this Overlord is going to be scouting the wrong direction, but this Overlord might be able to take a little peek at that probe. No, the probe will not be coming into the Overlord's vision, so at this point IdrA still does not know where his opponent is, and he's probably going to assume he's not at the closest position, because if he were at the closest position, Tyler or Noni would have scouted him by now, as Noni did at the 12 o'clock position. So he's probably deducing that his opponent is at the farthest position, and he's going to put down the hatch first. No spawning pool just yet, and there's going to be one drone here patrolling this part, preventing that cannon rush that a lot of Protoss players do like to do. A spawning pool has gone down. There is a gateway chrono boosting a zealot, and ooh, there is going to be a forge coming up, so there will be a cannon rush. This hatchery about 30% finished. Spawning pool not so much, and we do see a race between, if you look at the upper left hand side of the screen, we see a race between spawning pool as well as the forge, because when you get the forge up with a pylon in front of the base of your opponent, especially on here, the lower part of that ramp, you will be able to block off the natural expansion for your opponent, as the drone is still chasing around that probe. I think the probe is thinking very devious thoughts, as he does want to put down the pylon as soon as the forge is complete. The forge will be complete before the spawning pool by about 10 seconds, and we do see one pylon down and a second pylon down. Ooh, trapping that drone inside, and IdrA is going to immediately take out additional 5 drones. Oh, maybe only 4 now. He actually moved 2 of them back. There's one zealot over here, and IdrA is making a lot of Zerglings because the spawning pool recently finished. And as soon as these pylons are finished, Tyler should be warping in a cannon, possibly. Yes, a cannon is going to go up, and there are 3 workers surrounding this pylon working on it, because that's all that he can fit around it. It's not a very great service area. As some of these Zerglings are showing up, the probes, the drones should go back, and that is the strategy to beat this cannon rush, I think, or the best way to deal with it is to kill the probe, kill the pylon, and kill the cannon, because they be cannon rushing everybody out here. And some of these drones are getting into the fight, also probably transferring, and this one cannon is the important piece. The probe has gone down, so he doesn't have any capability to build additional structures, so that's why he's killing the cannon before he attacks the pylons. And some of these Zerglings aren't actually hitting the cannon, but that's alright, as the cannon's almost done, not doing tremendous amount of damage. If we take a look at the units lost, I think it's about dead even. IdrA pulling ahead, taking down that cannon, as the structure will go down as well. Even though Tyler was able to put some initial pressure, he is no longer having that advantage, as those Zerglings and that queen is going to pick away at that pylon. Very nicely done by IdrA. It's almost as if you've practiced that hundreds of times. There is, however, only 2 drones on this gas line. A bunch of Zerglings racing across the map to the side of Tyler, and Tyler has recently begun the cybernetics core. There is going to be one Overlord spotting that cybernetic core, along with the forge that he is hidden back in the back of his base. An additional queen is being produced by IdrA at the moment. IdrA will be coming up the ramp, possibly. There's 3 very well positioned zealots by Tyler, and he's not going to engage. He's probably just testing if those zealots are in hold position. You do want them to be in hold position, because you don't want those Zerglings to lure your zealots outside. And warp gate is being chrono boosted, I believe. Yes, it is being chrono boosted. Additional gateways are being opened by Tyler at the moment. It's going to be 4, looks like. I think he wants to go for a push, because he has sensed that his opponent has actually gotten an advantage. Particularly units lost tab, IdrA does have a significant advantage over Noni, even though Noni does the kind of push, and there are 3 drones on the gas finally. If we take a look at the production tab right now, 3 gateways being warped in, and the second gas is on, whereas IdrA only has 1 gas, lots of minerals. The income tab shows a huge advantage for IdrA in terms of minerals, but not so much for gas, as he only has 1 gas. He is focusing heavily on getting a lot of defense, a lot of economy, and these drones, these queens are not missing their injections, injecting very, very precisely. I believe IdrA has that down. It's in his heart. It's like a heartbeat, but it's a injection beat somehow. And some of these Zerglings are going to be able to run away. Very, very nice micro there by IdrA. I think Tyler is trying to represent an expansion by trying to peek out of his base with some of these units, and IdrA will respectfully retreat. Yes, he's retreating. No, he's not. And a couple of more sentries are on the way, as that warp gate has just finished. Those gateways should be turned into warp gates very, very soon. As the last one is finished, all of them turn into gateways. No plus attack for anybody, just a lot of drones and a lot of Zerglings being produced, as well as a Roachborn. Very, very good choice for IdrA. IdrA does not have Zergling speed because he doesn't really need it against Protoss, especially the slow-moving Zealots, as the Zealots are not able to catch up to the Zergling, even though they do not have the Zergling speed. Now they do have the Zergling speed. Or maybe they did have the Zergling speed. In any event, some Stalkers being warped in. If we look at the army count right now, 52 in favor of IdrA to 45, as he does have that slight lead. But if we take a look at the unit composition, we see a lot of Zerglings, only 2 queens versus a very sizable force for Taylor as he's marching across with a couple of Zealots. Good number of Stalkers and 2 sentries to throw down those very, very important force fields. And I think IdrA has a feeling that his opponent is coming to his base, and he's running those Zerglings back, as those are his only means of defense. A lot of roaches are being made at the moment, and we might see a huge battle here. They're coming in to fight the Spine Crawler. That's not the best idea. Ooh, one Stalker actually gets caught out of position, but he could take it down. Ooh, he chooses not to take down the Stalker. That might have been a slight mistake on IdrA's part. Some roaches are being spawned at the moment, and he force fields a ramp to prevent additional reinforcements, and he takes down the Spine Crawler. And now he's got to fight these roaches. Very, very nice focus firing by Taylor, taking down 1 roach. Second roach is going to go down. A couple of roaches are coming from the main, and some of these drones are getting into the fight as well. If we take a look at units lost tab, Tyler has made up some of the difference. A lot of very, very nice micro here, and some of the queens and these roaches are going to push these Stalkers away. Additional reinforcements coming in the form of Stalkers, and they're going to come in here, snipe one of the Overlords, but he is not supply blocked. IdrA has a huge economic advantage, and he's showing it here. He has a lot of injections, a lot of roaches being spawned, and I think Tyler needs to retreat here. Tyler is retreating and firing and retreating and firing, but he should just probably be retreating, and he's going to not do that. Don't lose another Stalker. You can just run, And a couple of more Zerglings are being spawned. A couple more Stalkers and Zealots from the other side. He really wants to pick off this. Ooh, he does pick off the last Stalker. Army count at 65 to 42. If we take a look at the income tab right now, huge advantage for IdrA, as his opponent Taylor does not have the expansion on the minimap here on the left side, the lower left-hand side of your screen, if you can see. And there's going to be a couple of Zealots along with a sentry. Ooh, remind me to talk about a special deal on software and games and stuff. I don't know if I'll have enough time in this video. If not, I'll do it in the next video. And there's a lot of action, a lot of Zerglings running back to the base. Army size 70 to 54. If we take a look at the army composition, a couple of Zealots and Stalkers, and only 1 sentry now, and that sentry only has enough for 1 or 2, only 1 force field looks like, so it won't be too much of a difference. In the previous game, he has a really high sentry oriented army, and that allowed him to throw down a very, very good number of force fields. That completely shocked IdrA, but actually IdrA was slightly out of position in game number 1. If you want to see what I'm talking about, do check out the other game I have uploaded. If you take a look at the production tab, a spire is coming down, as well as an additional hatchery at the lower right hand corner. The creep is being spread. I think Tyler is feeling a little bit pressure. He's going to do a push with a lot of Zealots and Stalkers and a couple of sentries. I think only 3 force fields, or maybe 4 or 5, can be thrown up. See, huge engagement. 3 force fields are down, but these roaches are not really at the best position. They're moving back a little bit. Very, very smart of IdrA. I don't think he has enough for another force field. He does actually have enough for, I think, 3 more, possibly. And some of these Zerglings are spawned. A lot more Zerglings or roaches are coming for IdrA, as they're very, very close to spawning. Taylor really needs to win this, but I think he can probably just get an even exchange. And Tyler does GG, seeing a lot of reinforcements for IdrA. Very, very well played by both players. Hope you guys enjoy that. If you haven't seen the first game, do check it out. And this game, if you want to go back to the first part, does show how to deal with the cannon harassment by Protoss player. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Game number 3 will be coming your way. This is GG Your Face. See you guys at the next game. Ooh, subscribe if you like. Thanks.